Hello, YouTube world. Hello to my friends, family, and my YouTube subscribers, the new subscribers, and my viewers. Welcome back to Rebirth. You know, we talk about a lot of things last year. We had a lot going on last year. 2022 is over. Then tonight it is the 8th of January, and this is my first video in the new year. So I want to talk about education for a minute. And I thought about many things. So I have 3 more topics laying down on the press ready to go. But I want to start this year out celebrating what people do and doing it well. So let's talk about education for a minute. We always talking about the actors. We always talking about the singers. We always talking about whether they rappers or whatever. They all on TV getting all kind of accolades. Just everybody is pumping up everybody, but I'm not hearing much about academia. I don't hear much about people, lifting up people that doing 4 years of college or going into grad school, doing things like that. And so, although this is a channel that I reach out to everyone, but this channel do focus on African Americans. And one thing that I want to talk about is, why is education important for Black men and women? And to answer that question, I have 6 of my own reasons why it is important for African Americans, as well as for anyone that goes and get higher learning or go and get a degree and get, whether it's AA, BS, MS, or PhD, doesn't matter. But here's the importance. This is why, and these are things that it can open up for you in your life. Number 1, education can provide mental stability. And a lot of times, some people that just don't do anything, like I say, the worst thing you can do is do nothing. The best thing you can do is doing something. Stay active. Even if you taking a class or here, taking some type of training, taking whatever, you can go and find some type of trade to learn. The education you would get out of that alone can give your mind stability, can put your mind at ease. You're not sitting around doing nothing and worrying about everything. You see, whether it's going and taking a Bible course, learning more things about the Bible. Some people taking theology. There are theology classes you can go take. There's electrician. There you can go and learn how to be a plumber. Electrician, plumber, mechanic, you name it. These are the things that you can do. This can keep you mentally stable, calm, focused. You won't be just driven all over the place. So that's one of my reasons. My second reason is education can be an apparatus for financial security. Do not misunderstand me. I'm not saying that if you go get an education, you're going to become rich. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it can open doors to opportunities that you won't be broke. You won't be sitting around not getting a check. You won't be trying to go out and beat the bushes for a job. And education will open the doors for you, and it'll help you find places, and those places will find you if you apply on Indeed and other platforms that hold your resume and things like that. So remember, it can lead to financial security depending on what you do with that education. Number 3, it can help you develop self-confidence. There's a lot of people right now who's depressed, they feel down and out, they lack confidence because they don't have skills. And I've seen that in sports. The guys that was the better basketball players had the most confidence. The guys that couldn't hit a free throw, couldn't do a layup or something like that. It's something as simple as a layup. Those guys, their confidence wasn't there. And when we played ball, you had to have confidence. You get out there on that cement court or on the in the gym or something like that, and you got all these guys walking around there, some tall, some short, but you got ballers in there. And if your confidence ain't where it needs to be, you're not going to get on that court. And then when you say I got down and somebody don't pick you because they see you lack confidence. So that's just speaking on the level of sports, but I'm saying even in academia, when you get that degree, you feel more confident about yourself because now you have the skills that you're going to apply for this job, that job. You're going to go around just knocking them down. You're going to just go applying for jobs because you have a confidence that, hey, I got the skills to do this. So people, build that self-confidence. Number 4, it will help you build self-dependence. You will not always be dependent on other people to do things for you when you have skills yourself. And I don't care what anyone says. It's a blessing when you can look at yourself and say, I can do A, B, C, D, and E. And I don't need somebody else to come do it for me. So now you're not dependent on some of you growing up. You're in your 20s. You may be still staying with your mom or what have you. You can't pay rent or something like that. You can't pay for a car. And now you're depending on someone to come pick you up, take you here or there. But guess what? When you have those skills, you can get a job. You can get jobs that pay very well. You'll buy your own car. You see? So you're not dependent on other people so much. We all need each other. Don't misunderstand me. But when you have a set of skills that other people need, they come into you rather than you begging them for help. Think about it. Number 5, education helps you to connect to a larger network of people. When you can reach out and meet new people, your education can give you a reach where even if you don't get the job you want here in town, you may know a friend that you went to school with that graduated in the same field that say, hey, Robby, guess what? I know someone over here. I'm going to put in a word for you. Give me your email address. I have them to reach out to you. And they say, you know, a week later, I may get an email from these people and they may, hey, send me your resume. That's what networking is. And especially for those people that are going into fields, you know, like PR, communications, things like that. Let me tell you something. When you can network with people, it makes everything easy. Business, people want to become entrepreneurs. Network is everything. So that's another thing that it does for you. My last one is number 6. Education is essential for economic growth. When you're educated and people need your skill, your wages go up. It'll create growth. And if you work one place and you stay there long enough and it's like, I'm not getting a promotion that I'm looking for, and I'm going to try somewhere else. Next thing you know, you apply somewhere else, someone see your skills, they go like, oh, okay, they don't want to pay him that, I'll pay him that. Your salary keep growing. This helps families to stay together. A lot of families, women have divorced men just because they lost a job. Trust me and believe me, it's real. Women will walk away from a marriage when that husband can no longer provide. And it may sound like I'm putting something on one group and not there, but this is the truth. 80% of women file for divorce. Think about the other 20. Who are they? Moving on. A recent study shows that from the U.S. Census Bureau, that 27.8% of Black people ages 25 and older earn a bachelor's degree. We're talking about in 2020. Okay. And it also states that while the number are higher for Black women over Black men overall, it is a tremendous increase. So Black women are earning a bachelor's at a higher rate than Black men. Give yourself a round of applause. And I'm just telling you, we all should be celebrating for that. Coming in this new year, we all should be celebrating for that. For that reason alone, we are doing better. So remember, in 1940, only 1% of African Americans total earned a bachelor's degree. Here it is, 2023, and we're looking at numbers like this. It's a blessing. Take it as that. Celebrate. Speak it in the churches, speak it everywhere when y'all have your group meetings or whatever. You got students, college students in there, let them know what these statistics are. Moving on, it also tells us that the graduation rate was highest when we talk about ethnic groups now. It is the highest among Asians, which is 36%, followed by Pacific Islanders at 34%. These are graduation rates when we're talking about four-year degrees. White students, 32%. Hispanic students, 30%. American Indians and Alaskan Natives, these are at the 27th percentile. Then we're looking at students of mixed races, 25%. And then they say Black students at 23%. This is a comparison now. We're doing a comparison now. So don't let the numbers throw you. Because at the end of the day, we have made a tremendous leap in the percentages and in the numbers. And I say this to all African-American people, continue to forge on. Do not let up. Keep your foot on the gas pedal and continue to work hard. And let's talk about education more for our people. It tells us, according to the census, that Black women are now, I'm talking about now, the most educated group in America. Talking about by numbers now, percentages. The most educated group. And if I collected the wrong data, somebody go and get the right data. It also gives a little numbers of post-secondary certificates below baccalaureate level awarded to Hispanic students more than doubled. They doubled their percentages over time. So they're doing great as well. They went from 78,500 to 193,000 between the academic years of 2000 to 2016. they're pushing as well. So African Americans are not the only group that are, trying to you're lifting your people up when you do well like that. And everybody should turn around and say congratulations. And I'm saying on every platform, it should be done that way. According to data compiled by the National Collegiate Athletic Association, the African American male college graduation rate from 2010 to 2016 up 40%. Went up. We at 40% now. We're at 40%. So we're talking about college students that playing either football, basketball, any kind of sports. They're graduating. They're getting at least 4 years of college. So think about these guys going in there and they getting tugged and pulled at by, the pro leagues and say, come on. And these guys, no, I'm going to go ahead and get my 4 years. You clap your hands for those guys and you clap your hands for those coaches that motivated them. The parents that motivated them. That's who you applaud them people. Applaud them. The 6-year graduation rate in 2020, 78% Black students, 78.4 white students, 73.7 Latinos, 81.8 Asian Americans. These are the graduation rates collectively. When we talk about Ivy League, this is going to blow your mind. When we talk about Ivy League schools, Harvard states that students' graduation rates of African Americans has increased 95%. Speechless. You can drop the mic. We have a lot to be proud of. So give them a round of applause. Because this is major. This is big. They said the highest among U.S. colleges and universities. New data from the U.S. Census Bureau show higher education enrollment data for October 2021, just last year. There were 2,767,000 African Americans enrolled in higher education. Think about it. They made up 15.7% of all enrollment in higher education. There were 995,000 Black men enrolled in higher education in October 2021 and 1,772,000 Black women. This was just released not long ago, a few days ago, this information. And it says there were 200 out of all of those numbers, out of all those African Americans, male and female, 223,000 Black men enrolled and went on to graduate school. And 373,000 Black women went on to graduate school in October 2021. At that time, they reiterate that Black women made up of 62.6% of all African American enrollments in graduate school. Y'all, you can find this information, the US Census.gov. You can go to bridgebuildersla.org. You can go to jbhe.com, and all of these sites expresses what I'm talking about. Celebrate. Let's be happy. We're in a new year. Let's build momentum. And for everyone, Black, white, Latino, Asian, you name it, education is important. We all can use more learning. And stop telling people, y'all, I was at a church one time and I heard the pastor say, and not picking on nobody, but he said, a degree don't mean nothing. Because he was trying to make a point that without God, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I get that. But don't tell these young folks degrees don't mean nothing. Y'all heard it from Robby Williams. I'm your host of Rebirth. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell. Make comments. Like my videos. And share them with whomever would take time out to view it. God bless you all, and I'm out of here.